Hey everyone, and a very warm welcome back to the Suhayl the Seeking Fox podcast. I'm absolutely thrilled to have you hanging out with us today. Now, before we dive into today's visually rich explainer, do me a quick favor, hit that like button, leave a comment with your thoughts as we go along, share this with anyone who might benefit, and make sure you're subscribed so you never miss out on any of our deep dives. All right, so today we're exploring something that is honestly profoundly transformative. We're looking at the harvest of the soul and how just one single word from the Qur'an completely redefines what it actually means to be successful.
So let me ask you something. How do you measure your own success? You know, in our modern, super high-stress world, it's really easy to picture success like a bustling, towering city skyline. Everyone's just climbing higher, working faster, striving for that penthouse view. We are constantly pressured to define our worth by our job titles, our bank accounts, or our level of influence. But what if we've been using the completely wrong measuring stick this entire time?
Section 1. Redefining true success. It is definitely time we redefine the standard.
To actually do that, to redefine this standard, we really need to look at a deeply transformative word, and that word is Falāḥ. See, modern success is fiercely competitive. It's all about getting ahead of everyone else, winning the race, standing on top of the podium. True Falāḥ, though? It's not about outrunning anyone. It is literally about becoming exactly what you were created to be. It's the flourishing of a human life lived in perfect harmony with Allah's purpose. It's a beautiful internal blossoming, not some external conquest.
Let's actually look at how this is framed in the source material. The opening verses of the Qur'an describe the believers and conclude with this really powerful statement: "It is they who are upon guidance from their Lord, and it is they who are the successful." And the word used there is Are Al-Mufliḥūn, which comes straight from Falāḥ. Now here is the absolutely crucial point. Pay attention to what is completely missing from this verse. There's no mention of wealth, no mention of fame, no mention of power whatsoever. And through that profound omission, the Qur'an completely and radically redefines what ultimate success actually looks like.
Moving on to Section 2, the wisdom of the farmer. To truly wrap our heads around this concept, I want you to transport your imagination away from that bustling modern city skyline we talked about. Picture a warmly lit, ancient olive grove instead. Just picture the earth, the rich soil, and the quiet, steady rhythm of nature.
Because the linguistic root of Falāḥ comes from the Arabic letters fa, lam, and ha, and originally it referred to a farmer plowing the earth. And as a quick fun fact, plowing ancient arid desert soil was literal back-breaking labor. But this visual metaphor, it is incredibly revealing. Think about it. A farmer can't command the rain to fall. He can't just force a seed to split open and grow on command. All he can possibly do is prepare the soil, sow his seeds faithfully, pull out the weeds, and trust Allah for the ultimate harvest. Falāḥ, therefore, isn't some instant overnight success. No way. It is patient cultivation that eventually and beautifully bears fruit. And this brilliantly illustrates what we can call the farmer's wisdom. A farmer works consistently. They accept delayed results, deeply trusting in what cannot yet be seen beneath the soil. They understand that there are seasons for everything, and that growth is always gradual. You see, the Qur'an is quietly teaching us here that human beings are meant to be a lot more like farmers than conquerors. Modern culture is screaming at us to seek immediate results, right? But we are called to patiently cultivate. We cultivate, but Allah causes the growth. The harvest ultimately belongs to Him.
Section 3. Having versus being. Let's look at a massive shift in how we view our lives.
Modern society is constantly interrogating us. How much have you accumulated? How much is sitting in the bank? How many assets do you hold? But the Qur'an asks a much deeper, far more important question. What have you become? This is a massive paradigm shift. A person could accumulate enormous, mind-boggling wealth and still remain completely spiritually bankrupt. On the flip side, someone could possess very little in terms of material goods, yet be among the Mufliḥūn, those who truly flourish. Falāḥ completely shifts the entire metric of success, from what you have to who you actually are. To understand this a bit further, we really have to look at the relationship between Barakah and Falāḥ. So Barakah concerns the blessings themselves, how much good is contained within what you've actually been given. But Falāḥ asks, what kind of person have those blessings helped you become? Blessings, or barakah, are never the final destination. They're simply the rich, fertile soil in which your flourishing, your falāḥ, can grow.
Section 4. The roots of flourishing. Now, it is totally vital to note here that this is not at all about abandoning the physical world.
True falāḥ is entirely holistic. It embraces having a sound heart, meaningful relationships, deep moral integrity, beneficial knowledge, and purposeful work. It includes generosity, hope, and ultimately, nearness to Allah. In fact, one of the Qur'an's recurring refrains is so that you may attain Falāḥ, and it almost always appears after enjoining actions like faith, prayer, charity, remembrance, repentance, justice, and self-restraint. So, Falāḥ is not just one single isolated action, it's the bountiful harvest of an entire, beautifully lived way of life.
Which brings us to Section 5, the beautiful spiritual progression. I want you to imagine this next concept kind of like ascending a magnificent mountain under a crisp, star-filled night sky.
These concepts seamlessly build upon one another to create that ultimate flourishing. It all starts with huda, where Allah shows the way. Then comes iman, the heart actually believing. This allows tawakkul, or trust, to really take root. In response to that, Allah sends sakina, this deep, profound tranquility, which leads to tumatnina, a settled heart. From that stable place, dhikr allows the heart to continually return to Allah, which blossoms into shukr, profound gratitude. And that gratitude, it fills life with barakah, enduring goodness. And the grand culmination of all these steps, falaḥ, a life shaped by all of these, truly flourishes. It's just an incredible step-by-step roadmap to the harvest of the soul.
Section 6. Optimizing the soul. Let's do a quick modern reflection here.
We live in an age that is utterly obsessed with optimization, don't we? We optimize our morning routines, our income streams, and honestly, we probably have 3 different apps just tracking our sleep. But the Qur'an quietly poses a deeply unsettling question. What if you've optimized everything except your own soul? Think about it. You can spend your entire life climbing every single ladder the world has to offer, reaching the very top, only to look around and tragically discover your ladder was leaning against the wrong wall the whole time.
So, bringing all of this together into one clear picture. Falāḥ is the holistic flourishing of a human being who faithfully cultivates the life Allah has entrusted to them. It reminds us again and again that life's ultimate measure is never, ever whether we outran everyone else. It is solely about the faithful cultivation of exactly what we were given.
I really want to leave you with this final provocative thought. The world shouts at you every single day asking, how successful are you? But the Qur'an gently asks, are you flourishing in the way you were created to? You know, in our modern age of relentless comparison, endless performance, and exhausting striving, there is perhaps no concept more timely and absolutely more necessary than Falāḥ.
Thank you so much for joining the Suhayl the Seeking Fox podcast for today's explainer. I really hope this exploration of Falāḥ has given you a refreshing and peaceful new perspective on what it means to truly succeed. Please, if you found value in this, remember to hit like, drop a comment below with your absolute biggest takeaway, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe to join our community for more of these deep dives. Until next time, keep cultivating and take care.